Good evening. It is Wednesday, and I'm not usually making a video at this time. Of course, my videos are kind of just a side note because I see what other people have out there, and I just don't have that kind of content. I'm so sorry. I wish I did. Just talked to a process server, and she was pretty candid about that not being the way to quit your day job if you have a day job that you wanted to quit. I can say the same for notary. It's kind of interesting, but you can go to the bank and have that done for free. Unless it's special cases. Now, if you're a notary that is willing to travel to people, secret shopper, I tried that for a couple of months. And I did find lots of leads once I paid to be part of their group, the pay to play thing. And it was I thought it was kind of fun and interesting. But you know, driving all over. At that time, I could do that. I'm not sure why I could do that, because I think my kids must have been with my mom or something. That was back in the day. But anyway, she was sharing with me, being a process server, you're not always the favorite for people to find, but she was saying that sometimes you can even serve people at a stoplight or whatever, because once you know you have the right person and you leave the papers, your job is done. But I do have like one interesting tip for you guys. You know, you say that there are all of this AI and stuff, and there are no real people calling anymore. There's just automated calls or scammers. You hear that accent from Nigeria or India in most cases. But if you're trying to gather leads, and this is not free, and it's sometimes time consuming, but it's become very obscure to get an envelope handwritten. A actual handwritten envelope doesn't come to you every day. So if you're trying to get that one lead, especially if they're like older people over 60, they're going to open that. Oh, wow, a handwritten letter. And, you know, present what you have in a friendly, open way, like you're a good friend, just sharing a little bit of advice. But yeah, that works. And I was gathering leads for a gentleman that had a loan company, and I love the concept, and I love the guy that owns the company, but not a lot of people were able to get financed. And, you know, you don't want to give people money that aren't going to pay you back. You can't blame them for that. But he had a great tip. He would have us use black envelopes with this kind of a silvery pen. Oh yeah, they opened that. Even if you were sending it and they're like, we're nosy people that are supposed to be working for the post office, they would open it. And don't ask me how I found that out. But there's probably more stuff going on that we don't know about. Isn't the post office privatized now? I don't know. Maybe that's why you hear of a lot more nonsense. I guess there's always been a little more mischief going on. But anyway, I wish I had some great tip to share with you guys on how to make money and not do the 9-to-5 thing. It is not going to be free for me to do the YouTube thing once I get some content on here that somebody might actually want to see. I appreciate all of you guys, honest. Thank you. Thank you so much. But I know I'm not the most interesting person, and I don't have any bells or whistles, and not any hot gossip either. Unless I started making, sugar honey iced tea up, and I don't want to do that. But anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. It is beautiful here, and I think I'm going to stay up and sit out in the driveway for a while and just look at the stars and just, you know, try to enjoy life. I'm going to try to do that more so and not have so much drama going on. This little crazy stuff. Oh, I found out something. Some of the drama that I have had going on, I have realized through a source that some of it is because stuff my husband has said to make people mad. I thought it's always been kind of directed at me for saying something, you know, how you just flippantly say something, and then in this day and age, especially when you're writing it out with text and stuff like that, people don't see you smiling. It's very easy to get off on the wrong foot. But I found out that sometimes some of the drama I'm getting back is people that are really mad at Jim, and I just happen to be the one out there all the time. Okay, and I don't want to say that I'm happy to hear that, but sometimes there are days where I thought, man, I must have a cloud over my head or something, you know, because I'm trying really hard to be peaceful and not start anything with anybody, but it seemed to be finding me there for a while. But knock on wood, maybe that time is over. Anyway, again, have a wonderful evening. All my information is in the description if you want to reach out.